Hello, so all the charts have been updated on the members area of every sort of FX instrument that I usually look at. I'm going to just pick the best ones that I like the look of and add them to a watch list, and we can just take it from there. We'll just start in alphabetical order, and then we'll take a look at the dollar pairs. Actually, we'll take a look at the dollar pairs first, and then we'll take a look at the other crosses. So let's take a look at Aussie dollar. Something I like to the downside. We do have an interest rate decision tomorrow morning, so we have sales above here. So this level, I'm looking for selling opportunities. We have the previous weekly high here as well, and let's just put on the indicator so you can see where the previous weekly high is. Previous weekly high. So anything after this area, I'm starting to look for selling opportunities. I do prefer if we take a sweep of this previous weekly high and then start to sell off. The overall target is down here. You'll find all those charts in the members area. So looking for sales on Aussie dollar with prime area to get in around the previous weekly high. Let's take a look at Euro USD. A little stronger than Aussie dollar, so I do prefer Aussie. If I'm going to take any instrument to the downside, it's going to be Australian dollar, but it's going to be after that interest rate decision. We do have euro, so these levels are just overbought and oversold areas. They're taking like weekly 80 hours sort of. So if it comes and stretches over here, that'll be over bought, and we'll be looking for selling opportunities. Just like if we come down here to target, that'll be oversold and you wouldn't expect it to go much further. So that's why these targets and these entry points change every week. So sales above here, we do have previous weekly high. If we do come up here, then I'll be looking for selling opportunities in Euro USD. I don't really want to be looking at that unless we do hit an overextension on the week. Something that I would be willing to sell maybe after the interest rate decision, obviously without coming into this area, would be Aussie dollar, just because I see that as sort of the weaker option. And you'll see once we go over the crosses why I want to do that. So euro, we'll take a look at pound here. Pound is pretty strong, so I'm willing to play this both ways, to be honest. We have sales up here at 1.27 and we have buys down here. If we're starting to sell off, this just becomes an overall target. But at the moment, as you know, I've sort of been put off pound with this choppy price action. It doesn't really appeal to me too much, and it's something that I'm just going to stay clear of this week. I am going to pair it up against Aussie dollar and New Zealand dollar just for buys to the upside, but I'll go over those once I finish the dollar pairs. Kiwi, looking for selling opportunities to the downside. We have a target here, 6092. If we do reach here this week, then that will be overstretched on the week, and I wouldn't expect it to go much further, but you never know. And we also have to keep an eye on FOMC on Wednesday. Just keep that in the back of your mind. So we're looking for sales from here, 6264. And we do have stops resting above here. We do have a high here, so maybe it overstretches into this area. Once it goes by this area, we're looking for places that it can sell off from. So yeah, looking to sell New Zealand dollar. Dollar CAD, we'll be looking to buy. We do have a nice area here of support, previous resistance. If we can pull back into there, that'll be overstretched in the week, and we can expect it to snap back into the direction that we're looking to trade. So looking to trade dollar CAD to the upside, with the target being, you know, this previous weekly high. So anywhere above here, I'll be looking to take profit, because I would expect it would just snap back in our faces. Dollar Swiss I'm not interested in. It's just it is quite weak, but I'm trading two strong currencies against each other, to be honest. I'm waiting for the dollar to turn around, and Swiss franc is pretty strong. So we're just going to be hands off that. Dollar yen to the upside, we do have a first target of 138.04. If we do get a pullback, this is where I would like to buy. Buy anywhere below this level. We do have structure here, support, support, and support. And then we have some structure here. That would be the ideal place to look for buys. This is overstretched in my eyes, and we need a pullback to get involved with the next wave to the upside. So that's the dollar pairs. I'm going to just take a look at we'll take Aussie pairs first. Aussie CAD to the downside with sales at 9044. So anywhere above this level, I'll be looking for selling opportunities. If I get an opportunity today to look to sell this and try and get in before the interest rate decision, then I possibly could, but I'll be moving stops to break even. I'll be trying to define my risk that way. So we do have a previous weekly high above this sell area, which would be a nice area to look for sales. But if we come into this area, I'll be on alert looking for selling opportunities. So if we can get a nice bearish candle in the direction that we want to trade, then we can look to take advantage of that. So Aussie CAD, I'm looking to sell. Aussie Swiss, we have sales up here. We have previous weekly high, so if we can take that straight into support, something like this, then I'll be looking to sell Aussie Swiss. Aussie Yen, looking to sell. Probably not my favorite pair to be looking at, to be honest, but we do have a sell zone up here. I probably would try and pair it with something a little stronger. Aussie Swiss to the downside, if it sets up, would be better than Aussie Yen in my eyes. But yeah, do have a level here that I'm looking at and may be interested if we can maybe finish like Monday's range here, deviate back below. This be a deviation, that's where we get involved. We'll have to let price action dictate what it's going to do. Euro Aussie to the upside, we're looking for buying opportunities. We do have some structure here. We do have a previous weekly low, so anything beyond this buy level, 6464, something like this, and I'll be looking to buy Euro Aussie. Euro New Zealand, very similar buy zones here. You'll find all these levels in the members area, 1.7611. Put it on your chart. We do have some structure down here as well, so this would be a potential zone to start looking for buying opportunities. It'd be overstretched in the week. It's a bit of a pullback, follow structure and wait for that break to the upside. Pound Aussie to the upside, we're pretty close to a buy zone in my eyes. We have a previous daily low here. We have some stops here. If we come down, get a bullish reaction, then I'd be willing to take a buy on Pound Aussie. I'll keep you updated as we go along, but these are just the ones that I'm sort of keeping an eye on. Pound New Zealand as well. Nice structure here. Previous weekly low. If we take that previous weekly low into a buy area, look for deviation, and we're looking for this continuation to the upside on Pound New Zealand. And that's really it. That's what I'm looking at for FX. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin sells above here. You see resistance, resistance, and resistance. I would let Monday unfold, and if we can get a pullback, maybe Monday's high would be enough for me. If we tag that deviation and then look to target. Target for this week is 27.4. Maybe even this previous weekly low, but I would be happy enough for this target. So don't want to sell here. I'd wait to get in on a pullback and then a continuation on Bitcoin. Ethereum broke down on Twitter. We have this weekly SR that we're looking for. So if we get a continuation where we close, retest Monday's low, retest this weekly SNR, and then the first target is these lows. If we pull back into this monthly SR sell zone, resistance, resistance, if we pull back, then I'll be looking for sales from there just down to here, and then see if we can break with momentum to the downside. So quite a lot going on at the moment. Everything can change, though. We do have FOMC and we do have those interest rate decisions that we have to be careful of, but that's what I see at the start of the week. If you want to go check out the members area, all the charts are there, but these are the ones that I like the look of the most. They probably will change as we go along. Any questions, don't be afraid to reach out, but I'm giving you my bias here. And then once some levels are crossed in the instruments that I'm looking at, then I'll start to hunt trading opportunities. So yeah, it's a bank holiday today. I was expecting it to be quiet, but I just thought I'd get this video out. And so we're prepared for this evening and tomorrow, because we have that Aussie interest rate decision in the middle of the morning. I think it's 5:30, and yeah, we can take it from there. Any questions, don't be afraid to reach out, but that's what I see so far.